Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of Shatterdaze. Late start, but that's okay. Better late than never. Yes. So, hopefully everyone is doing well. This is my buddy Ziggy. That is my buddy Panda. She's my buddy Panda. Juicy Wee Wee. Good call. How's it growing? Hopefully all is growing well. Got the cats in the house, in the hizzy, and we're just hanging out. So good to see you. Hopefully all is well. All right. So for those who don't know, every Saturday you can join me here. I'll be hanging out, smoking with the cats, hanging out with you. It's good to have people to smoke with, and I am your virtual smoke buddy. And these are my virtual cat friends. So we'll be spinning the wheel of dabs, doing some dabs, hanging out, catching up on shit, and who knows where the mind shall flow. But first things first, Juicy just smoked a huge blunt. Well, that's good. Allow me to... Oh. Panda vision. All right. Well, cheers to it. Cheers to it and all who go through it. That's what I'm saying. So I put so much hash on this joint, it's like I don't know, kind of interesting burn to it. I don't even know what the fuck I'm smoking, to be honest, but it's not bad, especially when you got that much hash on it. Did I officially smoke out the cat? Sorry, bud. He knows what he's getting into coming up here, though. So, hopefully everybody's week has been going well. I know shit's been up and down, but one thing I always like to say is you can't control what happens. You can only control how you let it affect you. So hopefully you've been doing good. I know that it's hard to get shit done when everything is kind of going crazy, but it's important to keep up on shit. I know this week's been a little crazy. Today's been good, though. Today, I started off the day with getting finished up on sterilizing and getting ready for mushroom cultures. So some new mushroom cakes coming up. I was going to be making videos on how to make mushrooms and how to grow mushrooms, but considering I'm still a newbie myself, I don't want to go around and give you information that by the time it goes up, I'm wanting to change again. But I have new information on different ways of starting mushrooms, my opinions on how to grow them and the ways you should. I also have normal, edible mushrooms coming in soon, so I'll have some advice on growing different types of mushrooms, oyster mushrooms, button mushrooms. I got some lion's mane mushrooms I'm thinking about getting, shit like that. So hopefully a lot of mushroom action on the channel, as well as I officially transplanted my baby seedlings. So I've gone from seed to seedling to they're still pretty much seedlings, but now they're in their final homes. So pictures and stuff of the gals in their new home should be up and ready to check out. And again, some videos on growing, germinating seeds, little shit like that. Because a lot of the information I have had to look up recently, I can't find when I actually go to look it up. So yeah, I would like to put out an easier source of looking this shit up. So but without too much further ado, because this fucker's a fucking beast. I probably got a gram of fucking reused hash on there, so it's doing the trick. So we are going to spin the wheel of devs. Ooh. Oh! Holy crap. It's 7:45 here at the Mile High here in Denver. So hopefully it's not too late. You know you're a stoner when a bong rip is your text message. All right. Oh, shit. Billy Bong Thornton will shit the bed. So I don't know why I have to read that with, uh-oh, he's back. You want to come here? Come on. This is how I have to play the bass most of the time anyway. This guy in my lap. Gypsy. What up? Karen and I are here. 2 for the price of 1. It's hard to beat that. It's kind of like playing bass and petting a cat at the same time. Hey, Mickey D's here. Happy Shatterday. It's always a happy Shatterday when everybody's here and hanging out. Definitely makes my night. Roland. Sup, dude? That's a hash joint. The old hash lips. Rocks was in World War II and he shot a T-Rex. That's I don't know. Well, you know, it's easy to shoot a T-Rex because they're short on arms. So I don't consider that a very big accomplishment. You make it so easy. Mickey D, me and the wife are playing Red Dead 2 at the moment. Um, God, okay, so Red Dead Revolver, I played. That was on PS2. And then they did Red Dead Redemption, and then Red Dead Redemption 2, or Red Dead 2. I'm really behind on the times. They all seemed cool. I remember the first one that was all based on. I love that game. Way back in the day. What is it, bud? So that's cool that you guys play games together and are able to do that. Uh, Seems like a pretty awesome way to spend some time. I know, shit, I was just hanging out this week earlier, last week, I should say, last Thursday, so it's been a while. A little more in a week. Okay. But Kenzie, who's usually with us and might be with us tonight, she met her husband playing games and then moved out to where he was and started a relationship, got married on the fly in Vegas. So the way that video games are bringing people together now is really cool. Like, I didn't have that when I was a kid at all. Oh, Joker. Hey, dude, love from India. Very much so. And love right back. So, hell yeah, buddy. Good call, man. Thanks for giving a shout out from where you're from, too. I always like to hear where people are joining from. And the farther, the more interesting for me. So, I think you're taking the cake tonight. Greetings from Denver, Colorado. All right. Rocks. Shout out Canada. Canada is the only place outside of America I've ever been, and it's still connected to the goddamn continent. So, but Canada was amazing. It reminded me a lot of Colorado. So, I mean, a lot of why I liked it was the familiarity, how familiar it all was. It seemed like a Denver with an ocean and slightly, just different. But I mean, it was awesome. I felt very at home there. I got off the plane and people were like, "Weed? You want weed? Hydro? Buds?" Sitting on the floor, and I'm like, "Okay, this place is cool." Dan, greetings from Uranus. I mean Uranus. Uranus. Good call, buddy. Yeah, I forget what town you actually are in though. So if you do a shout out from wherever you're at, I'll take it. I can't remember. You're probably one of the closest people to me, and I don't even know what fucking town you're in. So there you go. Honestly, it's Falcon. Yeah, because I've never fucking heard of the place. Falcon. See, I don't know anywhere. I know it's crazy how much I realize how little about Colorado I really know when people come in from outside of Colorado because they're doing shit, and I'm like, yeah, I've never done that, and I've never gone there. And there's so much I want to check out. But good call, Falcon. I gotta remember that somehow. Uh, or Falcone. Falcone. Sounds like there's a fucking war going on down the street from me. I could hear like sirens and fucking all. So, Mickey D, just come hang out with me one weekend. Yeah, that'd be cool. I don't know how the social distancing thing is going. It's a shame that I do social. Then you'll remember where I'm at. Yeah, I probably won't forget. Hopefully it's not too far, but that'd be down. Or we could meet somewhere in the middle and then hang out for a weekend. Or, I don't know. The whole social distancing thing, like I said, is weird because he's gonna kill you, Rock. Yeah, I'm usually the one who does the killing though. I'll dab out anybody. I'm not saying I won't get dabbed out too, but we'll all be dead at the end of it. It's just how quick we get there and how much you enjoy it. We can both get tests. I can get one for free. That's cool. I could probably trade fucking something for a free test because I know people who work at those places. So I should ask. um, yeah, that would be the best and safest way. It's weird and it's hard to do, but like I said, my thing is my work. I do deliveries, but My job isn't solely contactless. I drop your shit off at your door. A lot of people choose to still fucking hang out and talk to me at their door and fucking put their dick beaters all over fucking money and then hand it to me, and I'm like, oh great. So I just feel like it's hard for me to consider myself like, you know, I can't quarantine. My life is pretty quarantined, but my job doesn't allow me to be such. But I'd be down. I'd be down, and I'm still optimistic for everything. You have to be. Yeah, I seriously like. Sounds like I can hear like. I'm guessing you probably can't hear, but down the street I hear horns, sirens, fucking all this shit. Sounds like someone on a bullhorn shouting shit. If you are out here, shut up. Like I'm seriously waiting for gunshots outside. I'm only like 15 minutes from Denver, so tell me if if I should be like worried about something at this moment. Anyway, Rocks, do you smoke while working? I tend to work while smoking. No, I don't know. I do not for safety reasons. It's just not, and it's more than that. It's also not so much that I'd fuck it up, but I try not to. No, and also financially, it really helps me out having at least part of my day I'm not smoking, and I work really long days, so if I smoked during work, it'd be 24/7, and I wouldn't be able to afford it anymore. Mickey D sucks ass. Yeah, what doesn't? Maybe what I just said too. No. Joker, it's about 4:20 a.m. here, smoking too, and you're really entertaining. You made my quarantine fun. Thank you very much. Quarantine, yeah, it can suck if you don't have somebody chill. Thank you. That's awesome. Um, yeah, fucking 4:20 a.m. Yeah, what's it coming up on? You got 20 minutes. So at 8:20, yeah, 8:20 here. That's fucking gunshot, son. Well, something great, dude. Fucking that is gunshots and screaming. Should probably like go outside and see what's going on out there. Probably not. That sounds like it's fucking relatively close. Are you hearing any of that? Maybe that's not. Duck. Yeah, no shit. Gypsy, be careful. Stay inside. Well, now I'm wondering if I'm hearing something clacking outside because that's a lot of gunshots. I don't think anything's. And then I'm hearing sirens in the distance, and it's just I'm smoking pot talking to you. It's what it is. If I thought I was going to die in 2 seconds, I wouldn't change anything I'm doing. Literally, this is how I want to go. There's definitely yelling and shit going on outside, but I don't know. That could be something to. I don't know. But again, this is how I want to die. Cat in the lap, face in the hand, joint in the mouth, hanging out with homies. I'm good. In fact, I kind of hope I die like that. Either that or choking to death, taking off a bra when I'm 185 with my teeth. But either way, whatever. I'll take what I can get. This is good. This is. I'll take this too. All right. Well, it's officially time to. I'm pretty stuck though. I want to spin the wheel of dabs here, but even if I spin it, depending on what it lands on, I got a cat in my lap, base in the hand, joint in the mouth. It's probably nothing. Now my cat's screaming too. What's up, kitty? Rob, do I own any firearms? Yeah, but not like on me. I don't. Not when I'm sitting here smoking a joint, hanging out. There's a cat. I'm attacking two cats right now. Double cat man. Dual cat. Dual wielding. Nah. And I got my axe right here. Worst comes to worst. No, I'm not necessarily against firearms, but I also don't feel like bringing them to the store with me or like, you know what I mean. There's differences. I have a lot of friends who own a lot of guns, and they're cool and they're fun to shoot. But every time I go to even think of buying like another cool, awesome gun, like I have thought of awesome. I'm like, oh, that gun is so cool, you know. And in a zombie movie, that's amazing. But every time I think about buying one, just I have nowhere to shoot a gun. I am about to move. My goal is to move toward the mountains, and I actually enjoy just planking awesome guns and just shooting them. Again, I don't use them as a fashion statement like Yosemite Sam or nothing. But every time I think about spending that type of money on a gun, I'm like, man, I have 100 other things I rather spend my money on. I have a reasonable amount of firearms in my possession in the sense of it's like a handgun. You know what I mean? I don't have like a fucking uh, a, a barrage of weapons, but again, I'm not against them either. Uh, I think a lot of the problems come from a lot of different things in our culture with gun problems. Um, it's a very deep topic on the whole thing, especially in America. But I don't know. I'm not actually against them. I'm not against a lot of things that I don't exactly recommend. You know what I mean? I'm not against firearms. I just don't. I'm not exactly super into them. I'm not in. I don't think heroin should be illegal, but I don't think you should do it. You know what I mean? I don't think abortion should be illegal, but I don't think you should just run out and have an abortion because it's my body and it's fun. I know that was a bad joke. The cat's like, shut up. But here's the thing. I'm for the freedom to do those things because at times every person has a situation that can dictate whether those things are a necessity in your life or not, and beneficial to your life or not, or harmful to the people around you or not. Um, but taking away people's freedoms to do such implies that you have such a negative outlook on humanity that if you took away those laws, that we'd all be out doing horrible things. If that's your take on humanity, then I question you and your sense of judgment. So don't fucking lay it on me, or anybody else. You sound like the last type of person who should have a fucking say on shit like that, because all you're looking to do is judge other people. I think that the only way to truly test your own will, if you are a good person or if you're willing to not do something like have fucking an addiction to a certain substance or do a certain act that other people are find blasphemous or something else crazy. The only way for you to have that is not to hide behind laws, but to have it free for you to do and then choose not to. If you choose not to do something based on a law given to you by a deity or person or anything in between, you're doing it selfishly and in vain. If you're doing it for yourself, at least even if you're doing the wrong thing, you're making a conscious effort to be yourself and to follow your own intuition. I'm personally of the faith that we all know what's right and wrong in ourselves, and even without laws, and because that's what religion dictates a lot to, is laws. It's just religious laws or political laws, whatever those laws may be. They just like I said, I don't support following other people's if you're actually looking to be a good person, because everyone knows. Well, if you took them all away, I have a strong faith that we'd all still come to the conclusions that we shouldn't kill each other, and that raping each other's bad, and yada yada. So, I don't know. There it is. But that's my take on firearms. Make them legal, but I don't know. That doesn't mean I think that we should have maybe an obsession with them. But again, I get that too, because they are kind of cool. Carry a gun around here. I mean, again, I just don't have. We can here. I'm from cow country. I could walk out with a gun anywhere I want. But again, I have no purpose to do such. At no point. I haven't even been in that many fist fights in my whole life. And the ones I have, I either instigated or I could have probably not gotten in, could have done something to avoid them. These were all probably in school too. I've been in like 2 fights outside of school. Like 90% of my fights or whatever are in school. So that's different. And the only times I've ever gotten into a fight outside of school are both like at parties. And one, I wouldn't even call it a fucking fight. I just fucking, I don't know. I was at a party. The last fight I can distinctly remember I was in, or altercation, where I had to fucking do anything physically, fucking, I was at a party. And of course, I don't really drink. There's been times in between this party and now where I started drinking. Then I would have gotten plastered, whatever. But I wasn't drinking then. I don't drink now. And again, nothing against it. I am all for having drinks available. I just don't want them for me. I don't think it should be fucking. I don't think prohibition's a good idea. So anyway, I'm at a party. I remember drinking water. Not like this. This is vodka, but no. But I was drinking water in the front room playing video games by myself because I knew the owner of the house. So I'm like, I'm here every day playing video games. You guys can all party in the back and in the garage and upstairs and downstairs. I was literally just playing video games in like the front room by myself at the time. No one knew I was in there. This guy was really drunk, and I'm sure his girlfriend was drunk too. But either way, that's not the fucking thing. Ash in my shit. Ash in my water. Anyway, this guy was drunk. I was playing video games. No one knew I was there. I was sitting down, so they really didn't even notice I was there. And he fucking came out, and he was holding her by the wrist and like fucking yelling at her, and fucking ended up putting her arms up against the fucking wall and smacked her fucking head and shit. And that was just like the one trigger for me. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Like, there's not a lot of things that like would do this to me. I would at least scream at somebody or be like, yo, or anything. But like, for some reason that fucked me up. I grew up with watching my dad beat the shit out of my mom in front of me. Like, my dad like tried to kill my mom in front of me. Like, it was fucked up. So like, I just go over there and I fucking just, the first thing I did was like, she like got out of the way, and I just took his head and I like hit it against the wall, and he was already done. Like, he went like out. And then I just started beating the shit out of him, kicking him. That's when everybody walks in, including my friends, everyone I know. Fucking, and they are shit faced. Like, my friends were so fucked up. It was unreal. And they were really drunk. They're all playing beer pong, probably. So they come in, and I'm just kicking the shit out of this guy on the floor, and his chick starts like screaming. She's drunk. And of course, it's the whole thing where fucking all of a sudden she's all pissed off at me. And I'm like, I'm like, okay. So it was just the worst thing ever. And they fucking kicked me out. They kicked me out of my fucking friend's party, which the next day they all apologized because I told them what the fuck happened. I think they even like, no, yeah, they kicked me out pretty much right away, but I'm getting my shit. And then this guy starts like getting like out of it and starts talking shit. And I'll never forget. He's talking shit to me, barely standing. And he's right behind him is the staircase to the basement. I'm like, motherfucker, I could like karate kick your ass Sparta style down that fucking staircase and you're done, son. Like, I felt like fucking kick. And again, the chick's fucking screaming at me and it was just horrible. I left. I just left. Sober as a fucking, the only probably sober person at that fucking place. Got kicked out by my friends. I was pretty fucking pissed off. I'm like, dude, even if I kick the shit out of that guy, fucking, you're my friends. This is my friend's house. Kick him out. Take my word for it. They were just so shit-faced drunk, and it was a whole group of people. So, yeah, it was bad. That was the last time I've ever even had some. Jason, what did I miss? What's up, dude? Oh, this is fucking years ago. But that was the last time I even had an altercation. So there's not many altercations, not many fights I get in, not many times I need to be aggressive in any sense. You know what I mean? I avoid most of that shit. And like I said, I guess I could have done something different there. Like, I don't know, but like I wasn't being attacked by any means. So I don't know. I don't know what would have been a good thing. I know that having a gun in that situation wouldn't have helped one way or the other because I wouldn't have used it, and if I would have, in any sense, it would have been just as bad. So I don't know. I just haven't had a sense where I need to, and I've had to walk to and from some pretty shady places as a young person, and even then, I'm like, I just haven't needed to. It's time and place, and you get what you put out. And I think you put out a bad vibe sometimes when you carry a gun on you. You definitely do, because people like me will look at it and like, why the fuck do you have a gun on you, dude? Engines? You have a problem with the people who, what the fuck? Fuck you. That's a bad joke, but it's true. I'm always paranoid and I live in the ghetto, so I always feel like I could get robbed or shot for no reason. I live downtown Denver. I just heard gunshots like 2 minutes away and people screaming, and now it's oddly quiet. Is that bug or an ash? Sorry, this is tripping me out. I still can't tell. Okay, it's ash. No, I feel you. And again, I have a firearm. I have more than one, but one's for I have like a rifle for camping and stuff, and a handgun for home stuff. I honestly feel that I like, and again, I actually really like shooting guns. I've shot a shit ton of guns and enjoyed it every single time. So I'm both ways about it. I think as long as you're not, fucking. But who am I to say anything? I don't know, man. I don't know. I think the problem is with everything, not any one thing. So I'll never point my finger at any one thing for the most part. My girlfriend got robbed for my $400 hoodie in my neighborhood. That's no good. Yeah, see, that's the thing. I don't go out much either. Billy Bonham Thornton. I carry in case I run into protesters. Those little bastards are getting carried away. That shit. And damn protesters, just in case. Shit happens. Sometimes you gotta blast a motherfucker down. No. Again, I do have a gun. Now, last time I was in a sporting goods place, the guy at the gun counter was like, hey. And I was wearing my delivery clothes. And he's like, do you carry? And I'm like, right? Okay, here's something. If where I work and I work in the day until like 8 or 8:30. So it's dark at the end, but it's still early, really. Um, and it's relatively in mostly good areas. I go up north from like downtown Denver, about half hour, about 20 minutes, half hour. And from where I'm at, which is already about 10 minutes, it's, a little ways away from downtown. And progressively gets nicer the farther away you get from downtown and up north. And even downtown has gotten a lot less bad than it was 15, 20 years ago, like considerably. It's been changed. It's just different. It's a lot less freaky to walk in a lot of places that were freaky to walk at those points. But I don't know. The changes, I told him, I'm like, I work up north, I work in the day. I'm like, honestly, if I worked down Denver overnight at like fucking 3 in the morning, 2 in the morning, downtown, I would strongly consider it. That would not be that far from my mind. You know what I mean? But at the same time, I would not work that job unless I was forced to, because there's no way it's good money. There's no reason to put yourself in a sketchy situation if I don't. Like, I would have to consciously be like, yeah, carrying a gun downtown at night in the ghetto sounds like a good idea. Fuck that. Fuck that, man. I've had to just walk through the ghetto downtown at night, and I don't want to do it, And I've always gotten really lucky. So I'm like, I don't want to press my luck and fucking put myself there every night unless there's like a big reward, and there probably isn't. But again, I'm not against it. At the same time, also, who cares? It's not my fucking thing. Oh, yes, you are killing me, bud. You are killing me. Gypsy, I just ordered some Chipotle. Haven't had them in a long time. And then, what is that? Zeus Snipes? I just got off from working at Taco Bell. Yeah, no shit. Gypsy, I haven't had Taco Bell in forever either. Yeah, me either. I haven't had a lot of fast food in a long time. Zeus, the idea that stoners and drunks come through at night is very true. No shit. Billy Bong, do you ever get people who try to scam you and get free food from T-Bell? Yeah, no shit. Zeus, Don't come. It's not that good. Yeah, I've had plenty of Taco Bell in my time, and it is what we have to do. Billy Bong, we used to do it every day. What, scam people? Yeah, no shit. Hey, if you can do it, it's better than going hungry. Gypsy, last time I went was after a show really late. I think me too. Possibly after a show I saw with you drunk. And I'm like, we have to get me Taco Bell and food in me because I can't do this myself. That's the excuse for Taco Bell. Drunk, late night, can't cook. Snipes. Yeah, we have people try to scam, but our manager don't play games. It is the manager. One thing I've learned is if you're like nice, you might get away with shit or think you're getting away with shit, but people are just like letting you. If you're a dick in there and try to scream at somebody and we know you're full of shit, dude, or they do, or anybody, you're not gonna get it. And then you walk away and like, dude, if you just weren't such a prick, I probably would have gave it to you, dude. The bummy banana. That sounds familiar. Cheers, bro. Cheers. Hit bongs and prosper. My friend rocks. My friend has diabetes and he gets free food saying his sugar is low. Yeah, you gotta go in there. I need two two doubles, one triple. Zeus. Yeah, that's the facts. Probably on the if you're a dick thing. Zeus, if you're not an ass, I'll pass you a free bottle. See, yeah, like that's the thing. And rocks, yeah. Oh, rocks, yeah. If you go in there shaking, acting like you're about to die. And again, if you're a dick, dude. Okay, so I do deliveries. So people try to scam, or well, like I'll come back and they'll have trying to be scamming them on the phone and shit. And my thing is like, if you're going to scam and get free food, you better tip the fuck out of me. Give me good money. And when the fucking manager asks me, is them? I'll be like, nah, dude. I think they seem like legit people. They were super nice. I really don't. And people like will take my word for it. But if you don't fucking tip me and you scam the place, I'm gonna be like, dude, yeah, fuck them, cut them off forever, and fucking like put that fucking card on, fucking take that money back, fucking cancel, or do what you gotta do, or take, whatever, charge them with the card you have on file or whatever. And I'm like, fuck yeah, fuck them, dude. If they would have tipped me $10, I totally would have fucking, even if I knew they were full of shit, would have vouched for them. Dicks. All right. That's funny. Billy Bond. All right. Billy Bong. Burger King was the best, though, because they just traded weed through the drive-thru window. Hell yeah. You can do the whole barter system. Zeus, like, people trap out the back. T-Bell. People trap out the back of T-Bell. It's hilarious. I don't know what you mean by trap out. What, they bump trap music, or they set up booby traps, or I bingo. But I do spins the wheel of dabs and pet the cats of cats. And take the dab of dabs. Sell weed, drugs, trap out the back. Okay. I mean, they sell a lot of different types of drugs. There you go. Then weed drugs. I'll have 5 weed drugs. Someone died on 5 drugs. 5 weed drugs. I'll take 4 weed drugs then. Better be safe. All right, cat. Have fun. Fucking come up here. Come on, bud. I need your help. You've been on my lap for a long time. You're my best friend. You're good people. You're great people. He's great people. Weed drugs. I just haven't heard it called trapping out. Especially since, I mean, I don't know. So I've been making music for a very long time. And I've been making rap beats, fucking Fruity Loops for like a very long time. I haven't done it in a while, but I would like to get back into it and actually make a rap album because I've been saying I was going to do it for a long time. The Bummy Banana, what am I smoking on? I'd have to look. But this is Afghani lavender cake shatter, which I've never had real Afghani lavender cake, but it sounds delicious. But yeah, so anyway, I've been making music for a long time, making rap beats for a long time, and then the word trap. Yeah, well, I know. Trap is well, pretty much, yeah, the trap music. So is the ghetto itself is a trap, but a trap house is a fucking house in the ghetto. So there's a trap house, trap music in the trap, in the projects, in the hood. I know. I thought it was funny that the music I was making eventually became trap music, although the music I was making never changed. I can play you music I made 15 years ago. I guess I was just early trap. It's just rap music to me. Just like I make metal music or I make music, dude. I never distinctions get to rock. Let's hear. We can hear any music you hear on any video I've ever done is music I made. All of the music you hear is music I've made. So, but anyway, what do we get? We need the short forest real quick, and then there we go. I took all that off of this one. So, I do have quite a bit though. Just not much on here apparently. That shit's so old. Alright. Yeah, I don't have much on here, but we have plenty. Alright, I'm gonna grab this real quick while I'm thinking about that. I might look some up. I might get a thing. My goal is to make an album here soon, full and complete. So I'll put it out.
Oh, I'm sorry. Did I break your concentration?
All right. So this is the Short Forest, a bong that was initially bought as a gift, but now is mine. It has been confiscated. It's been too long to be reclaimed. So, Billy Bong, how's your indoor grow going? And then Bummy Banana says, do I have a Snapchat? I believe I do, which I've actually like literally never used. I think I got it like one time to talk to somebody that they're trying to, I think on here. They're like, here, let me send you this shit. And I'm like, okay, I'll share it or I'll show it. They're like, I'm on. So I ended up doing it, but I've literally never used it. So I don't even know if I have it installed on an account. Anyway, Billy Bong, how is the grow going? So I just moved the little guys.
Would you rather I go out and rob some elderly person, steal? Either way, I'm gonna get high. I really hate having to resort to knocking elderly people in the head for their money. But I'll do it. I'll do it. You know I'll do it. I'll do it. You know I'll do it. I like getting high.
All right, sorry about that. All right, is the plants, Billy Bong. I just transferred them this evening. Oh yeah, I had another batch of shroomage too. So some more shrooms. Yep, got a cat there. So I don't know. Can't see them very good. Maybe if I zoom in on them. But they are officially in their little. They're doing okay. So, I transplanted them. Stone now, was it earlier today or last night? I can't remember. It's cute. All right. There we go. Thanks for moving, cat. And we got the ball. Oh. The Bummy Banana. I thought they were, at first I thought they were shrooms. Well, there was shrooms there. The first ones you saw, Bummy, were shrooms. I had to move my shrooms because my cat kept getting way too interested in them. So I moved my first batch of shrooms. Yeah. So I did have a second batch of shrooms. So, oh yeah, that's what I did today. I think I mentioned that earlier, but I don't know who was on or if anybody was on. I don't pay too much attention. I should. Um, I This is my first time really using my pressure cooker to sterilize a syringe used for inoculation of the mushrooms. I set up and sterilized 8 or 9 jars of BRF, PF, Tech, brown rice flour cakes to inoculate for mycelium growth for mushrooms to grow on. And yeah, Billy Bong, Kitty wants to eat the shrooms. Yes, the kitty ate a shroom, not a full shroom, but she took a bite out of the shroom. That's for sure. Very, very tiny one, but kind of freaked me out, and I had to like spend the night with her. That's for sure. Yes, I grabbed a shroom off of there, set it down, went to grab another one, and the cat had it in its mouth, fucking chewing on it. It already chewed it up, and then it was like eating the fucking cap. And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Um, yeah. So I have to keep them far away from where the cat can get them. Uh, and then, like, as soon as I dropped them again, like, the bummy banana, I can imagine the cat tripping. Well, I was worried. I mean, I knew that she'd be healthily, like, it wouldn't hurt her because she literally had the tiniest little bite. But she fucking took a bite, son. Like, she ate fresh mushroom. My cat has officially eaten, not the black one there, the little kitty, which I'm even more freaked out about. But she was absolutely fine that night. I ended up having my girlfriend not come over with her dog because I'm like, that's just gonna freak her out, and that will not be a good idea. So I'm like, you know what? Let's keep the dog at home. I'm sorry, but maybe I just gotta keep an eye on my cat. She was like already on her way over almost. I'm like, dude, my cat just ate fucking mushrooms, and I'm like, I just don't want. She's really like getting used to people in general because I don't have friends who come over, and especially with dogs. So it was an interesting night. I kind of freaked out, but she had a great night. She's really lovey and happy. And there's only a couple times where like I saw her like sitting in the corner looking at the wall. But sometimes she does that anyway, looking for bugs or for a moth. Like anywhere she's seen a moth in the past, she will like hunt in that place again. But it looked a little weird. So anytime she do that, I'd, hey, come here, and I'd start petting her, and she'd be fine. So, but there was definitely a good moment of panic where I'm like, oh man, she's gonna be tripping balls, and I didn't want to like tell my girlfriend at first because I'm like, what do you tell her? Uh, so I think it's the first time we ever talked on the phone. I believe up until that point we just texted a lot, but you don't talk on the phone very often. Hey, I need to call you on this one. I don't think I can give you a text that'll give you the good context of my cat just ate mushrooms. I'm freaking out. So I called her up and we talked it out. She's like, yeah, it's fine. She's cool. So, and the panda has done very well at getting used to the dog and getting used to her, and it's been good. All right. See, Mickey D, my cats stare off into space too. Sometimes they just do that. It's not. So I'm not like saying that, but the way she was doing it and where she was doing it was a little bit odd. Like she was in like a corner that I'd never seen her, and she was sitting in this other place. I'm like, okay, I've never ever seen you sit there, ever. We've been in this house. She's 2 years old. I got her when she was like months old, maybe 6 months at the most. So, all right, cheers, everybody. Stare at me like that too. Yeah, no shit. Don't get me wrong. Although my cats don't do it often. Panda does, but I know exactly what she's looking for because she does it in certain places right by the lamp. She's looking for a moth. or any little bug that would possibly be there. Like I said, if she's ever found a bug anywhere, she will hunt that spot again. And if you didn't know that, sometimes it does look like she's just like staring off into space and won't be moving. And she probably is after a while because she forgets why she's there, like we all do. But my cats don't do that often. And like I said, that night I could tell she was. Well, one night she was like I said, like she was sitting in the corner with her face like kind of in the corner. I'm like, okay, that's a little weird. And had she not snapped out of it like instantly, I would have been like, okay, she's definitely feeling something. And it's possible she felt something, but she took a minute little bite, and then I hung out with her. So she had a great trip if she did trip, and she's been even better since then. She's been an enlightened kitty. She's been actually better with the dog and better with my girlfriend coming over. So that's impressive. I'm proud of her. Every little step has been huge. Yeah. So, all right. The Bummy Banana. Have you had a chance to try Stillsy? Stillsy? No. Should I? What is it? Have you had a chance to try Stillsy? Are you talking about like distilled? Some vape? No. Stillsy. I have not. No. I so the only vape I have two vaporizers, but they're kind of like portable dad pens. One looks like it's an e-nail or whatever, But I just load it up and fucking hit it like a vape pen. But that's only when I'm like at other people's houses or I'm out of the house, which I mean I don't really go anywhere. And like I said, I don't really smoke at work, but especially like mad dabs. So I don't really buy vape pens much. But man, the last time when I went to Vegas, dude, that's probably my biggest advice to you. If you go to the festival I went to, is just get a vape pen and you can wear all the time right in front of everybody and nobody cares or says a thing. If you're smoking a joint, you'll get your ass kicked out of anywhere like it was fucking like you just blew it in the face of a fucking someone on a ventilator, yada yada. It's really bad. So I don't know if you saw the video of me getting kicked out in the first 20 minutes of the festival. I drove 16 hours to get kicked out in 20 minutes. But that's how I roll, apparently. Next year, if everything is going well, that's where I'll be at about this time. I'll still be recovering for sure. So anybody who can afford it, wants to go, wants to hang out, wants to blaze, have an amazing time, Psycho Las Vegas 2021. That's my goal. Even if I have to save up from now to then because I'm a broke bastard, I will do it. It's been a hard year, dude, financially and everything else, but the Bumming Banana, see you there. I'm telling you, dude, anybody fucking... so when you always make friends and shit there. I know I did. And it becomes like a group that you can hang out and you find people that go to the same shows as you and yada yada. And people like to talk to me. And I'm easy to recognize. So if you talk to me at one place and you see me 2 days later, you can crack your neck and die. No, you can recognize me days later and be like, I remember you. That's also why it's not good for me to smoke pot and get kicked out of places sometimes because it's like, I remember you. Fucking, yeah. I tend to stick out. It's easy to recognize me. Oh, shit. But yes, Psycho Las Vegas 2021. If any, we have that much time to prepare. It's a year from now. So hopefully people can go. Also, I'd like to go on 70 Tons of Metal. I'd like to do like 3 other fucking festivals I can mention. Even if they're not super like, they're just fun and I want to, or I'd like to go at least one and probably set it up. That's 5 festivals a year. And that would probably be like 5 like $5,000+ a year, which is more than I have to spend at the moment. But I'm trying to figure it all out. If I can make a way to go to just every year, all year, that's my goal. And then just pretty much go to festivals every other month, that would be, and then spend the rest of the year just laying low and going to a couple shows. That sounds like the life, although that's probably a dream at this point. But anyway, community trash. What's up, man? I've been in and out of your stream. How's your night going? Just ate half a gram of RSO. Rick Simpson oil, I'm guessing. Sorry. I'm like RSO. That's cool. I wish I had some ISO. But yes, clean shit. All my shit's dirty. How's my night going? It's going okay. It's not bad. I'm okay. Shit's good. You know what I mean? And even if it's not, I've been very positive, and that's been huge. You know what I mean? I started realizing this. I had this thought earlier tonight when I was doing something like washing dishes or something. But I'm like, I like to think that, positive things. Ah, man, I had it and it kind of went away. But it's like positive things don't happen because you're thinking them. You thinking positive things makes them happen. I don't know. When like a dream, I remembered it in a dream and forgot it in another dream. Let's leave that one at that. But I had it while I was doing dishes. It came back for like 2 seconds, and then when I went to articulate it at all, kind of fell apart into that trash. But something about positivity and fucking be positive, I guess. Whatever. Fuck it. That's life. That's where I'm at with it. Let's sum that shit up quick. Let's spin the wheel of dabs, huh? But overall, my night's going good. I'm being, even though shit hasn't been great, I've been keeping positive about it. I think my mom, of course, it's not exactly, probably something that she invented, but that's something that she would say. And because she was my mom and was talking to me at such a young age, she was the first one I heard say it. But she always would say something along the lines of, you can't control what happens, you can only try. I say try, but she would say you can't control what happens, you can only control how you let it affect you. Your emotions are your responsibility, is what she was saying. She said even if bad things happen, your emotions are still on you, not on what happened. So, Sandy, hey Venom, hey Shatterdaze, I like that. Send him much love. Send him my love, my love. I like the Shatterdaze. Shatterdaze. That's a good one for the thing. What do we got? Power. Whew. No wonder I didn't like it. This one can really fucking kick your dick in the dirt, as my friend's mom used to always say. She's my friend too, but friend's mom always used to say that. Kick your dick in the dirt. I forget what southern area she's from, but yes, there's some southern there. And she'll kick your dick in the dirt. Mickey D, I'll go. Mickey D, that'd be awesome. But anybody. Right now, I think I have a couple people. That one's a little bit pricier than some. No, they're all pricey. They're all probably about the same. I haven't been to all of them. But yeah, Psycho Las Vegas. It's only like 4 days, I think. Mandalay Bay. I drive there, so I can drive around while I'm there and drive back, and my car gets great gas mileage and it's cheap as fuck. I mean, I've been thinking about. So last time I went, it was a lot more. I spent money that I thought would just get replenished right away, but as soon as I came back, my job just it's been sliding for a year. So that's way before all this pandemic happened. And then when the pandemic happened, when I thought it couldn't get any lower, it hit the fucking basement floor, dude, and then starts digging for gold, son. So financially and a little bit mentally, psychologically, and physically. But other than that, everything else was tip top. But yes, I hit the bottom there for a little while, and I don't know, man. I thought that money would come back. So I spent way more than I should have at fucking Psycho Las Vegas, and then but since then I've been thinking in my head how to do it for like at least half of what I spent. It won't be as fun, and I can't get as trashed, or I have to do it differently. I thought about ways. I spent a lot on fucking pot. Uh, you can see the video I spent last time. I should have mentioned it, but it was already like half an hour, and I just wanted to. It ended up being a video that I just got bummed. I made it really quick, and I just kind of got bummed out. I've been meaning to make that video for a whole Psycho Las Vegas wrap up. Like I was gonna make it right when I got back, but then I wasn't in a great mood. Then the year just went progressively worse, and I didn't want to see the footage of having fun with a bunch of people. So I don't know. Bummy Banana, what type of work do I do? I deliver. I'm a delivery driver, which works out great because all I've been doing is listening to audiobooks. So my goal is to have a constant stream of things coming in. Uh, yeah, the teaching courses or something like that. Uh, the great courses, teaching shit. There's some shit I've been listening to. So I just listen to that all day long. It's been really nice. Anyway, I gotta grab this real quick. Yeah, next year I'm trying to do it for much cheaper, and I'll figure that out. And now I have a full year because it didn't happen this year because I wouldn't have been ready anyway. I'm still re-upping. I mean, it took a full year and a miracle that I fucking am here where I'm at now with what I have. You know, something to dab on and fucking. I'm doing great. And cats. Cat yelled at me. I swear she knows every fucking thing I say. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm talking about you. Come here. Come here. Come here. Come on. Come on. Come here, Panda. Why are you being such a brat? There you go. Come here. Come here. All right. Don't steal my spot though. Don't sit down. Come here. I knew you were gonna sit down. All right. Every cat I've ever had my whole life steals my spot constantly. All right. Come on, cat. Come here. Come here. Come here. Don't make me sit on the corner of my chair. Why do I gotta sit on the corner of the chair? There you go. Oh, there's a cat. Way, that way. All right. All right. So that's my cat. She's the best. All right. So anyway, but yeah, Psycho Las Vegas, 70 tons of metal. I would like to at least, and musically, I don't have a clue what they even play. I'm guessing it's just straight EDM. But Burning Man would be fun to go out and like build, depending on who you went with. My friend always talked about it, and he's like always wanted. He said he wanted to make some weird like golf cart covered in neon and like, because you do crazy shit like that, and then drive out in the middle of the desert. He was gonna like rent a golf cart, and he's like, we're gonna put neon shit on it or make some sculpture. I'm like, okay, if we went out and did cool shit, that stuff, because he's really artistic, dude. I'm like, that sounds awesome. I could live with that. And then people are out getting fucked up, and I could bring some blue juice, mushroom, the old mushroom oil. My girlfriend had a dream, and because I was talking to her about making blue juice, I think I showed her the video on how they even made it, and she had a dream that we made blue juice, but it was like blue slush, like a slushy. loose slushy that is mushroom juice, which is funny because neither of us are like huge into tripping, but I grow my share. But I want to grow some lion's mane. I've been trying to get into. My goal is to do a lot of mushrooms. Mushrooms are just my favorite. Foraging mushrooms was really fun this year, even though I didn't do enough of it, and I have to wait until it's a wetter time in the season or go to a different place farther out. Uh, Growing mushrooms has been always fascinating and has been an endeavor I've been recently getting back into. Eating mushrooms, fucking trying new different types of mushrooms at like the Asian markets and shit like that. They're just fascinating creatures. Watching documentaries on both how to forage and which ones are okay and poisonous, the differences in them. There's I think a few weeks ago I was on here and talking about mushrooms and how there was. So we have, man, now I'm gonna mess it up. I really fuck up numbers. I can't even tell you how many fucking. I really fuck up numbers apparently when I get really stoned. But there was 150,000 documented, roughly, mushrooms that we know of and have classified, which is a shit ton. And I think I said at the time, the thing I was watching said there was an estimated 1.5 million that is unclassified. I'm like, holy shit, that's we don't even have 1/10 of the mushrooms, and they go down to the microscopic level to the full size. 1/10 of them aren't documented. I'm like, holy shit, that's a lot. So the last one I was watching, which is a newer video, says it's more like 5 to 6 million, I think. So we don't have anywhere near how many different mushroom and fungus and mold and bacterial species there are. Uh, it's really kind of crazy. But fungi in particular, I believe, was the one that was this 5 to 6 million estimate. So, yeah, lion's mane, good for the brain. Sandy, absolutely right. Also, I've heard it tastes like lobster when it's sautéed with butter. So, yep, they call it I forget what they call it, but something, lobster mushroom, lobster something. They got hen of the woods, chicken of the woods. Maybe it's lobster of the woods. But lion's mane. So that's the one I want to grow for sure. The question is, will it grow the exact same? I haven't done enough research on how to grow. I've done a lot of research about it. Not a lot, but enough to know I want it. One of the most important things I was watching was, I was watching something I've been watching a lot over the last few months. But it was saying, when you get those packages with mushrooms in them, and it's like, oh, it's got lion's mane, changa, whatever it is, changa, I think, but shiitake and maitake and all these things in it, and it's in a packet, and you put it in your coffee or in your smoothies or whatever. I was hearing that it has such a lot smaller of a percentage than they advertise, so it's better to grow your own. It's not that hard. So I'm gonna try and do some videos on how to do it. So cheers to that. Good luck on it too. All right. Cheers, everybody. Whoa, yeah. Long time no see. Long time no see. Back. Right. All right, Sandy, is eating butter cool for vegan? So they have really good butter alternatives. Enjoy life. It's mostly palm oil, which if you don't get, God, I just took a huge dab. Sustainable farming on the product. If the product you have isn't using a sustainable farmer, people who plant that shit, fucking palm oil and palm shit is like one of the #1 deforesters or whatever. So I hear. I haven't looked up into it. I'm like, okay, well, there's another thing I want to try and avoid if I can. But yes, oh, Jesus, butter is dairy, so I'm assuming no. So Earth Balance makes a really good butter alternative. I mean, everyone who eats butter still, and I've given it to, says they literally can't tell the difference. I don't think they're humoring me. It tastes like butter. It's very buttery. It's worth giving a shot. So I just try to avoid it for the palm reasons, and I probably shouldn't just be whipping butter on shit because I love butter, and I'll saute everything with that shit. But I will get it with some mushrooms, and if I'm doing that, or artichokes and shit like that. So there's certain things that butter just I love butter, and I love being able to have it. So it's a cool alternative. It's mostly palm oil, salts, obviously. Forget what they actually use to make it taste like that, but I don't know. It's really good. So there are alternatives that are good, and there are alternatives that I'm sure are better than that and way worse than that. So, and it seems like the ones that are the more healthy for you are not always the ones that taste the best. But I'm not super conscious about my health in the sense of what I eat. My new goal happens to kind of coincide with the fact of healthy eating, or I'm going to incorporate it. But my new goal is to just be as self-sufficient on food as possible. My goal is, and this is with my plants and my mushrooms too. Monsanto released a product called "I Can't Believe It's Not Butter" that made moss grow on your tongue. Just kidding. So I also heard that they finally made a "I Can't Believe It's Not Butter" vegan too, and it says vegan on there because the first one wasn't vegan. Just because it's not butter doesn't mean it didn't have some animal product. But they did have it. I haven't tried it, but I wouldn't be against it if I needed it for some reason. I never have bought. People in my family were always like super against. I can't believe it's not butter and margarine. They're like, what is this? Fake butter, you know. So I never had it. I always people. I knew some people who were really into their butter, so I never did apparently. But I do like that I have an alternative, so that's nice. Put this big fucker away. All right. All right. What are we gonna do? Could have swore I brought in. The pot. Let me see here. I did not. I did not bring in the pot. All right. How about parquet? Parquet. It's supposedly not butter. I've never heard of parquet. Parquet. Hey, Jesus, I'm gonna make a steak and use some butter. Hey, that's. I don't think I've ever used butter for my steak, but I'm sure that would be not like. I'm sure it tastes well. Oh man, well enough. Ah, man, I got something in my eye. Terrible. Ah. I know, Kat. It's probably your fur, so. Oh, she wants me to turn on her toy. Hold up. I got you. I got you. Here's your toy. Ah, the thing's almost out of batteries. She's so happy. If you hear some clacking around, that's what she's doing. Things where it's like a cloth, and in the center there's like a little thing that spins and goes underneath the cloth as such. Yeah. Anyway, and she loves that stupid thing. I do recommend them for people. Most of my cats have always loved them. So, all right. Let's do some bong rips. Bong rips for whoever you care to do bong rips for. Ah, man. Let's do some bong rips in the hope that my iPhone doesn't get any worse, huh? Alright. I think both my eyes are gonna just fucking explode out of my head at some point. I got weird eye problems. Alright. Hey Venom, how long have you been off meat? And how are you feeling? I've been off the meat. I was never on the meat, son. What are you trying to say? No, just kidding. I'm not gay. I don't know if you've ever seen that video of God, what's his face? I know his face. That dude from. Anyway, there's a fighter. Dude kisses him and he knocks him out. I'm not gay. I'm not gay. Flips out. Anyway, how long have I been off the meat? I've been off of all animal products for about 8 years, and then I haven't eaten like meat in about 10, almost. I'd say about 10 now. I was vegetarian for a couple years, and time's flying. So, and then I was vegan. Yeah, wait. I was vegetarian for a couple years, and then I've been fucking vegan for about 8, I'd say. Because as long as I've had my hair's been almost 8 years now. So, it's just been a while. Ooh, no. Have you ever had pink moon rock from Runts before? No, I have not. Uh, oh, and then Sandy, how am I feeling? Right now, I got shit in my eye and I'm fucking like I don't know what's wrong with my eyes, but I doubt that has anything to do with my diet. I think it's crap in this eye, and this one has problems. I just don't want to go blind. All these lights are probably not helping. But whatever. Alright. We're smoking bowls. And I am changing the water out because I haven't smoked out of this in a long time. It's straight nasty. Alright, Jesus, not so promising. I don't like it to be honest. Oh wait, what is? Oh, the pink moon rock from Runts. Uh, so I don't know. I bet it looks cool. I'd like to try it. I haven't done a lot of moon rocks. Dude, go wash your face over your kitchen sink. Well, I'm about to empty some water and get some water. I guess, man. It's in my eye. I'm not good at like using like drops and shit in my eye. I don't have any like eye drops. But yeah, either way, I'll be right back. I'll be 2 seconds. Now, if this beard takes too long to wash my face, it'd be like it's like a sponge. Who needs that? Wash your eyes out. Yeah, yeah. Sandy, sponge beard dreadlocks. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, sponge beard dreadlocks. Yeah, unfortunately, there's a lot of downs to having a beard. I guess they're a little annoying, but I've gotten past the point where it's like itchy all the time and shit for the most part. It's a beard. I don't know how long it will grow, but it's a beard. It seems to be doing the poof out thing more than it's doing the straight down thing at the moment. Yeah, I just kind of hate shaving, although it's not that bad. I just I figured also, kind of like the hair, the same thing as the hair. If if I can grow it, I might as well grow it at least once, see if I like it, and if I don't, I can always just shave it back to where it was, because I've done it this long with shaving all the time. That's the worst thing that can happen is me going back to what I do anyway. Then might as well try it. But now I don't know how I would feel if I cut off all my hair and shave my beard, especially all at once. It would be like, what the fuck did you? What the? You know, It'd flip me out more than it flipped any of you out. You know what I mean? You guys might be like, what the fuck? But I would be at this point a little bit more weirded out by it. Not that I would care that much. Like, I don't really look at myself that much. I look at myself more now in the stupid camera now than ever. Jesus, I have a light salt and pepper beard and look like this. Yeah, there you go. Uh, mine's that, what do you call it? Just gray chops. My mutton chops are gray for some reason, and then just a little in here. But I'm definitely, they aren't gray. They're fucking just white. And it's either normal colored, the brown, or white. My happens. But whatever. I don't really care. I thought about shaving it a couple of times. I was thinking I'm definitely not gonna shave it until masks aren't as big of a thing. Because at work I just wear a mask and you can't really see it anyway. So I don't know. But I don't know. I don't know how I feel about the beard. I didn't know what it would do, but it hasn't done much. So. Like my hair, I haven't trimmed it, so I don't know if it's peaked out. It hasn't really felt like it's grown any longer in a very long time. But I've never put that I've never done anything to it or put anything in it like that growth shit. I've seen a few. I wanted to test out this. They have a beard oil, a beard. It's another beard, maybe shampoo or oil, and it's for growing. One's for making it smooth, and then there's one that's just a shampoo and conditioner. I think it's three, but they're Cheech and Chong beard oils. So they're all Cheech and Chong, and they got Cheech and Chong with nice fancy beards. Or I think it's just cartoon beards, but you get prominent beard and mustache. So you got Cheech mustache wax. I'm sure comes in that set. Sandy, if you shaved it all off, you'd look like Robert Duvall from THX 1138. Robert Duvall. I wouldn't know what that is. I have to look it up. I don't know. I don't know how I'd look. Haven't seen it. No. THX 1138. Please explain, and I'll get it. I can get it. It seems like I should have. Everyone is bald. Yeah, I wouldn't. I could just if I ever shave this off, I would just shave it bald. I'd have to. Jesus looks badass. Just maintain it. I haven't maintained it either. My hair is as unmaintained as it ever is because I haven't got it worked on because, well, at first it was the quarantine, And now it's because I don't have money. But I'm saving up money. I just don't want to spend any of the money I have because with how bad it's been recently, I just want to like it would cost me a little bit of money to get my hair maintained, or when I go to the salon, it costs me. I would say to the saloon. When I go to the saloon, Sandy agreed, maintain. Yeah, I just again, it's expensive. I don't have any money. I, things are done. So my goal is this summer because from right now I need to start planning this more and spending a lot. I'm gonna buy a whole lot of pots and places because right now I I don't want to do any maintenance where I live to the land, make a sweet garden with their property, with their shit because I won't. That's not yours, it's not mine. I don't do too much to this place because fuck this place. And then, but I do want a lot of gardens, so I want tons of pots. I want to buy a whole bunch of pots and learn how to, like how I'm doing my pot plants. My goal is to try and see just how much I can. Now I've heard that maybe Billy Bong can maybe give me more of a tip, but saloons are for saloons for haircuts should be those swinging doors like you've seen in spaghetti westerns. Yeah, no shit. Saloons, the old saloons for haircuts. Yeah. Well, like I said, every time I go to a salon, I think saloon, and I think I've seen one with the doors, but I never made that connection. I think the one I have has those doors at a place in it. I've never made that. But anyway, Jesus, I'm getting a haircut for the first time in 2 months tomorrow. That's crazy. I haven't had a haircut in 10 years, but I haven't even gone to the salon in it's been almost, I'd say getting close to 10 months, dude. Almost a year, which sucks because I would go every 6 months, 3 months. For dreadlocks, that's quite a bit. Um, and they're kind of expensive on maintenance. So that's why I've saved so much money not going. And one of the big reasons I got dreadlocks was to save money on getting haircuts. So it can be done. Cheers, everybody. Was it 9 already? Yeah. Uh, but yeah, my goal is to be a lot more self-sustainable and grow things and be able to germinate the seeds again and grow them again and again and again for repetition. Plants, I want to be able to clone again and again and again. The mushrooms, I want to take prints and keep circulating again and again. My goal is to have a rotation on a lot of things. Dab time, cheers. Hey, I'm down with that. Although, let me take another bong rip first. But making everything self-sustainable, I want to be able to grow enough pot to have an abundance, more than I smoke. I want to grow more mushrooms than I can eat, have an abundance. I want to grow more vegetables than I can eat in abundance, and then get a lot of freezers, dehydrator, different ways. So I'm constantly stocked up. And as a vegan, that's really helpful because that's most of my food. So that's all my food pretty much. And learn how to make shit from scratch and yada yada. There's a lot of things I couldn't do, but cut down on that for money, shit like that. So cheers to everybody. Hopefully everyone's got a plan for something. I'm just trying to figure out mine, get it nailed down really quick. My goal is to start it where I'm at now, though. Because I'm going to probably, my guess is I'm going to try and get more towards the mountainy area because I love that part of Colorado. It's great to live in Colorado and be downtown, but nature calls. You know what I mean? Yeah. When I go out, even camping for the weekend or whatever, which was the first time I'd done it in a long time, and that's probably why it's so weird for me. It takes so much adjustment, and once it happens, I feel so much better, and I really enjoy being out there. And then coming back into town, it's an adjustment again to walls and cut lines and no nature. Nothing I'm looking at is natural. You know, it's very unnatural to look at a camera and yourself and text. And it's like I'm watching TV being recorded, bright lights. I mean, the only thing I see that's super natural in this room is the pot, the cat, you know what I mean? It's just a natural being in here. The pot is just a plant in here. But everything else is, sand turned to glass, turned to objects, turned to, oils, turned to plastic, turned to, it's just, you know, this is a nice connection to nature. And what I eat is a good connection to nature, but my ass is going to get into nature again, especially with all the shit that's been going on. This pandemic has been like, get your ass out of the fucking urban areas, dude. Fucking get your ass out of this fucking town and this city. Fucking, there's gunshots and barking and people, and just get yourself fucking away from that shit. I can still hang out with you guys out there. That's why I'm talking about going to festivals so much. It seems like if I'm out there, it's going to make going to shows really hard. Right now, I'm downtown. I go to a show and I can be home in 10, 15 minutes. You know, traffic usually will take longer than the actual distance trip of it. So I love that, but there are no shows right now. So Sandy, yes, get out. Yeah, no joke. Uh, Maker, Nick, when he's on, he sounds like he's got a cabin out in the middle of nowhere. He surprised he hasn't joined in this evening. He probably thought wasn't going on because I started late. I'm probably gonna. I still got some things to do. I haven't made dinner. It's been crazy. So, Sandy, you're lucky you got the space for it out there in Colorado. Yes, and also I have never lived out in the mountains, but my girlfriend is from the fucking mountains. She's from a mountain town of 750 people that makes like South Park, the fucking TV show. That makes that town look huge. It's like, holy shit, fucking, uh, and it looks like it makes that show like she was like, well, that's some real mountain shit, really, comparatively. I mean, never been there, but it is in this state, so I know of it now. And that's helps out a little too if you know somebody who knows the mountains a little well. Sandy, uh, Mountain Girl, Jerry Garcia's Mountain Girl. Also, Sandy, you sent me stuff. I think, right? Did you send me links of something? I didn't look at. Oh, but let me see here. Yeah. Okay. I just have. I've been. Today's been crazy. This weekend's been crazy. Everything's crazy. Where is it? Here we go. Okay, so that's cool. All right, so I'm going to ask you a question since I got you here. I like that. Night school. Okay, it's night school. What is it? The 27th? Damn it, that was yesterday. I wonder if now. So did I just miss that night school thing? Oh yeah, and I'm Al Kitty too. But night thing, because I'm like making Venom. That sounds really cool, or something I would like to at least check out. And it looked like it was. I didn't see it was just for that night or what exactly was going on, but that looked interesting. And then we're gonna look at Owl Kitty, which maybe I've seen. I've seen some. Eh, ah, Hold on. That's good. I like black cats too. Eh. Yeah, Al Kitty looks funny. I'll follow him. He's a cat. It can't hurt. I mean, he's no Ziggy Kitty, but whatever. Ziggy Kitty's his performing days are a little him, but that's okay. Eh, Sandy Owl Kitty makes me crack up every time. And those black cats do kind of have the owl look. All right, we're done. Someone said dabs, and I never followed through with that. Who said dabs? Anyway, dab time. Jesus, let's do a dab. And then I'm probably going to call it pretty quick after that, but that usually takes a long time because I don't shut up. Owl Kitty's great. I subscribe to Owl Kitty. I missed night school. That sucks. Sandy, dabs. All right. These are always nice. This is always my Sunday nights. So whatever day it is for me. Because I go to work tomorrow, work a 10-hour day. I think it's Saturday. I'm always a day behind, kind of. You know what I mean? Because my weekends are like shifted. So my Sunday is everyone else's Saturday. And I even catch myself saying stupid shit like that. Time is meaningless. Or as if you ever go to the YouTube channel Home Mycology, he's one of the few guys who I've been taking a lot of information from. Although the stuff I just did, I learned on a video that's really old. But I just had all the stuff for it. So, oh shit, Kenzie in the house. Ah shit. Yo, Kens. I hope you're back, right? I take it you're back. All is well, and you had a safe travels, and all is good in your home state, and it's not on fire. Sad to be home, yeah. We were just talking about Colorado and how I'm going to move to the fucking mountains as soon as I can. It'll probably be a few years, but everything is pushing me out there. Colorado is amazeballs. I'm a fan. It is a sick place. I love. I enjoy it, especially if I could go out to eat at fucking watercourse all the time. But Lindsay, I am planning to do the same after that trip. Right, going to the mountains isn't like anything else. There's a few things that are comparable, like when I went to the ocean and I saw those $1 million houses. I went to Laguna Beach and I went to those nice places. I did not know anybody who had a mansion house because I'm sure that would make me think it even more. But even close to living to the beach, especially on it, it's not the same thing. But I get how you're like living close. If that's what you love, you're living close to what you love. So I get that. So that's kind of like that. When I went to Canada, it reminded me a lot of Colorado with an ocean. So I'm like mountains, ocean, forest. I'm like, oh yes, I could go here in a heartbeat. But Colorado has that, and I'm from here. But I'm like, I was just saying, it's nice living downtown where I'm at, where we were just at. It's nice there, but it's not the same as the mountains, you know. And really, uh, my girlfriend who you met, she's from the fucking mountains, like straight up the mountains. So it's nice to have someone who knows that lifestyle a lot better. And what I plan on doing is kind of hard. It's going to take a lot of saving up because it's one thing to want to grow your own vegetables and your own fruits, especially and get a yearly supply and all this and that. You know, I'm sure the mountains, there's a whole nother world of shit into that. Kenzie, oceans and tropical is cool, but the mountains is a whole other world. I knew I'd love it, but not that much. I cried on our drive back to Denver, leaving the mountains. Dude, yeah, I was saying, like, you literally have to like readjust your brain to being out there, and it's the altitude too. But anyway, you readjust your brain, and it's just it's fucking magical, and it means a lot. And you like I said, if you're walking out there, it just changes how you view things. And then going back into the city, everything feels really artificial. I was just talking about. I mean, right now, everything I'm looking at a TV screen of me reading something from you, cameras and lights, and like I said, the only thing natural in here is the pot and my cat, or at least in its more natural forms, you know. Other than that, it's a very artificial world you come back to, and it's disheartening, and you can see why people have problems adjusting and having anxiety problems and this and that is because you've been disassociated with where you belong for so long that it's amazing that we all don't suffer from constant anxiety attacks. We're cavemen and cave women. We're these fucking Neanderthal like creatures with iPhones. You know what I mean? We're all it's a very short distance from the trees to the starship, and we're stuck in between, and we still have a chance to go back to it for a while. Kenzie, I've never been so happy for a full week, mostly doing nothing. Plus, being in a tiny house, well, yeah, no shit, that was off grid. I saw that, and it was, I can only imagine it was more amazing than pictures could, but it was amazing. Anyway, plus being in a tiny house that was off grid, and it was a more simple life. It was sad knowing back, I'd go back to my everyday stress. Yeah, knowing that I'd be going back to my everyday stress. Yeah, uh, it's crazy. Yeah, I mean, and it does take a certain lifestyle to be able to live up there. Either you have to have a lot of money, or you have to, like I said, I'm planning on doing it by trying to be really self-sufficient, cut down all my bills to almost nothing, going solar, going this and that, because it's affordable in the long run, and I have a good starting base to do that. So that's just what I need to do. But Kenzie, the altitude is no joke. I hiked 3.5 miles up a mountain and almost died. So you're, yeah, a mile high, sometimes 9,000 feet. I'm sure you were at, or something around that area. Um, and then you're hiking, and some people, my stepdad, well, we've gone to the mountains. It was years ago, but he was a younger dude. I mean, younger-ish than he is now. So he had to be in his 50s, late 50s probably, or mid 50s. And he got altitude fucking sickness. Went red, got sick, got fucked up. It was horrible. So I mean, it can happen to people, dude. Especially if I don't think he was feeling that well to begin with, and it hits you, dude. My grandma lives in the mountains, and she recently acquired a Chihuahua over the last few years, and she can't go up there because the Chihuahua can't handle fucking the altitude at all. It can barely breathe down here, poor little thing. I miss that dog so much. All right, Sandy, I like what you just said, Venom. Halfway from the star to the city. Yeah, no shit. Halfway from the tree to the starship for sure. Kenzie, yeah, I was like 8,200 to 9,800 feet during that hike. I mean, that's fucking. So yeah, and if you're not from there, it's huge, dude. It's not the same. Uh, I know people who fucking just get sick, and they live down here, so that's only like 3,000 miles to four or three. See, I'm there. Don't let me talk about the miles of shit again. 3,000 feet to 4,000 feet up, and that's enough to fuck you up, dude. Tom, hello everybody. Hello, Tom. Hi. I'm going to spin the wheel of dabs. Finally turn off my fucking loud ass swamp cooler because it's fucking getting chilly. All right. Oh, Kenzie. Oh wait, Tom. Go on. I was wondering, no, I'm just joking. I was wondering the best use for a GTI terpen syringe. Well, you might be at the right place. GTI terpen syringe. I don't exactly know. Kenzie says hi. So sweet. You have a warm welcome, but that don't know. The cat's trying to help, but I don't know. Terpen syringe. I don't know. Someone in here might though. That's what I mean. That might, maybe someone can help you. Kenzie. Also, I was not prepared for how much more water you drink up here. My 2-liter water bladder in my pack was gone before I even got to the top. I just started laughing at the word bladder. Turpentine, terpene, terpene. There you go. Thank you. So I don't know. Yes. So GTI terpene syringe. And it's what causes the flavors within weed. There you go. Well, I know of no, but the GTI terpene syringe. So I know of terps, is what a lot of people call them, and that's also in a lot of different things causing the flavor. No, and I do know what terpenes are, but again, I'm also reading it on a very small thing. But yes, I do, and but again, I know that I know more about preserving them in the flavors of hash, and I know they're contained within the trichomes, along with, well, actually, they might be found in other parts too. See, but I'm pretty sure. No, they have to be contained at least partially within the trichome as well. The terpenes and the cannabinoids, depending on what they are, both mature and change from what they are. Now, when you say GTI syringe, what's the GTI syringe? Which totally threw me off. So when I was reading it, I was like, GTI terpen syringe, terpene, because I'm thinking of it as like a pen for smoking weed, especially when you say syringe. I'm thinking a nectar collector, a portable nectar collector. I'm like the GTI. All right. See, okay. Tom, it's a concentrated distillate CO2 extract with high terpene and CBD, very low in THC. Me as well. Okay, so that makes a lot more sense. GTI is a grow company. So I'm like, okay, when I hear GTI, so now I know what you're saying. GTI is the company, a terpene. Again, I kept wanting to say terpen or terpen because I'm thinking of like an electronic, because yeah, GTI, syringe. But now a syringe filled with, which I used to get, I like the syringes because they're easier to use than the jars that I have. I can pick to any of these. This is my distillate. And distillate, I think, is very high in terpenes as well. That's probably why they were able to concentrate even more. But I can never clear out the very bottom because it's in this bowl shape, and it's a pain in the ass. So I have like 10 of these right here. It smells really good. The terpenes, am I saying it wrong? Anyway, terpenes, that could be what the problem is too, is my pronunciation. But the terpenes are the flavor and the scents. I know that. And even the distillate has a lot more of it. Now, you can make CBD distillate with hemp, and it contains no THC. Or you can use something like Charlotte's Web, is a strain of weed. It's technically marijuana because it's just got a higher enough, barely has a high enough THC content, but it's still super low. It's really big right now. That's making a lot more sense. They have dispensaries. Have a good night. You too. Terpenises. There you go. Terpenises. Terpene. Yeah, I got you. So, yeah. Again, mostly I hear terps when everyone's talking about, which is funny. But yes, and I've been smoking. Also, Tom, have a good night. This is my good night spin too. It's probably the last dab I'm taking, and I'll probably smoke a bowl and we call it. It's already 9:41. Oh, it was the boomstick, and now it's the short forest. Kenzie, yeah, Terps is a more common name. And like I said, what threw me off completely was the GTI syringe, and I'm like, okay, that's not the terpenes. That's not the Terps. That's the fucking that's like a brand, and that's what I was thinking. And that's got to be. I was thinking, what are they called? There's the honey badger electric nectar collector, which heats up on a coil and you hit it on its own, which look really sweet. There's also, God, there's another one. Might be an Atmos or whatever, and that's like a electric nectar collector too. Those are sweet. Oh shit, Kenzie, I got a fast little crystal ball piece while you were here. That's kind of cool. I'm gonna grab this guy again. And when you say piece, that sounds like a smoking piece, I'm guessing. Well, that's really cool. Not in my box while I was gone. Oh, that's kind of cool. Yeah, you should. Little fucker rips. You got it in a box while you were gone, so you came home to it. Sounds like that's kind of cool. That's awesome. Yeah, it's been a long time since I bought a piece, but that's okay. I got enough. Fortunately, as long as I just quit breaking them, that's my key. Sandy, was Tom a troll for the GT? I can't tell. I'm kind of high. No, no, I wouldn't say a troll. It threw me off. Uh, what was his first thing? He was just asking about it. But maybe. I don't know. I can't tell. I don't know why you would go to this. Shit happens. Didn't exactly make me want to go to it. Texted you pics of the new piece. I haven't got them yet, but hold on. Don't let me fuck this up. There it is. Oh, hey, that's really cool. That is really cool. I am going to not fuck this up. Perfect. Ah! Alright. Fuck. Fuck beans. Oh. Why? Oh. Woo! Look at that cool piece. Ah, that fucker's sweet. It's really cool looking. It's a nice photo of it too, with it all clean in the bowl, and it looks really cool. I don't know if it's showing up on there with the egg, kind of, yeah, the Fabergé style, I believe, thing. It's really cool. I can't breathe. That's so cool. Makes me want new glass. Oh shit. Irie. Feeling Irie. What's Gucci? My crunchy narnars. Right now, everything is pretty good, dude. I'm good with almost everything right now. I'm feeling pretty good. Ken's, it's so small too. It's like less than 2 letters tall. I saw it's, but rips. Knocked me on my ass when I first hit it. Was not ready. It looks sweet though, and the design, it's pretty intricate for being so small on the inside of it and stuff. The little, yeah, Yoshi egg looking thing in there. Oh, ah, all right, all right, all right. Set you to the side. It's from Hemper. I was wondering with the H. The box like $35. That's kind of cool. Um, is it one of those weekly box or monthly boxes or something like that? And they send you a box full of stuff or something like that. I don't know what those box subscription things are called. I've never actually gotten one, but that's cool. I think I've heard people talk about it on here before. I've never had it advertised to me, so I don't know. I don't. I've never seen it really, or I don't know who. I don't know. I just don't know it. Maybe I should know it. That's why I have you guys. That's why I have friends finally. Oh no! I blame you, Ziggy. Oh, Ziggy. Cat hair all over everything. Just wouldn't be right if there wasn't cat hair everywhere. Subscription box. Okay. Yeah, I get it monthly, both Hemper and Daily High Club. And I've heard the names of both of those. You get a piece, papers, wraps, lighter, stickers, and some random stuff. That's kind of cool. All right. Irie. Irie. Cancel my subscription to the Resurrection. That sounds like a Manson line or something. That I just can't remember. Or I'm like five dabs. I can't remember anything. I keep saying nonsense. I also haven't been smoking as much lately because I've been broke. So it's really nice to hang out with you guys and smoke a little more than normal, if you know what I mean. Cancel my sub. Yes, Jim Morrison. I should know that. Same, different. No, yeah, I feel you. I'm like, I know it's from a band I know and haven't listened to in years. But The Doors is one of the best of all time. My father, uh, I've seen a lot of concerts, and my dad probably saw fucking 1,000. That's all he did was go to concerts. So it's probably why it's in my blood to want to do the same. But he said of his best concerts he ever saw, he saw The Doors. And so that's got to be, yeah, I think he said that was his favorite that he was able to see. Being able to see The Doors, if I'm not mistaken, I haven't talked to the guy in 20 something years and cannot do so now to confirm. I guess I can talk to my sister. Actually, I think I have a book of. He used to write down. He saw so many, he started writing them down. So, any old who. Yeah, Doors are great. I, what I didn't know or didn't listen to or give much of a chance, and I wouldn't recommend necessarily doing either, is the Doors came out with at least one or two albums after Jim Morrison died. God, they suck. No offense, but they do. It's weird how they just shouldn't have gone the direction they went or whatever they did or however it came out. But God, what the name of one song in particular? It's like the only one that I kept on like my Spotify when listening to them because I'm like, oh shit, what are these? Uh, I just wanted to see what other shit they might have at one point. And like, what's this? And I'm like, oh, Doors with no Jim Morrison. Horny, stoned, lonely, horny, stoned is one of really lonely. I'm really horny. I'm really stoned. I'm really horny. I'm really stoned. It's like, it's just not good. Oh heck, your dad's gone. Hugs, dude. Yeah, yeah, my dad's gone. Uh, he's gone. He got smokes apparently years ago. And he went out to get smokes. No, I'm just joking. No, yeah, when I was 17. So I'm not 17 anymore. It's been a long time. So, uh, huge Doors fan he was. uh, yeah. So I love the Doors too, but the whole Doors thing is crazy. Lonely Horny Stone, so pathetic. Jim would be proud. So poetic. Uh, don't get me wrong, that was one of the songs I kind of liked, but I kind of liked it because it was really. They're talking about being horny, lonely, stoned, or something like that. I'm like, that's pretty relatable to what they were thinking their is gonna be. Well, who would be listening to the Doors right now? I don't know. The Doors was great. I love the Doors, but I don't know. And it's just like got this really weird like really lonely. I know it's horny and stoned. I think it's lonely. I'm just like, man, not the best. I don't listen to the Doors that much because it just I don't know. I listened to the shit out of them when I was a kid. I loved them all the way through everything. It's just kind of I don't know. Just they're not the most like they're not like a super happy fun time band anyway. A couple of their songs are like I guess the Roadhouse Blues and stuff. Actually, Lonely Horny Stoned is every teenage guy's theme song. See, and like I said, don't get me wrong, but that's the problem with the lack of there's no subtlety to it. There's no layers to peel there. It's just like this is that. When you go from Jim Morrison to that, it's just. But no, it's good. I just and it has like a ragtime piano thing. I don't know what the fuck they were doing because they're great musicians. Uh, Dude, just they're both the only one left. Krieger. Uh, Ray Manzarek is arguably my favorite pianist of all time. There's a good picture of it. So that's really cool. There's that Bizzle. Look at that little Bizzle. I like the little stars on it. Yeah, they did you good on that one. I like that one, especially if it's. Here's to that. Oh yeah. All right. I Irie, very cool your pop saw them. I would recommend the album An American Prayer. The Doors instrumental with him reading his poem. It's Doors instrumentals with Jim. I've heard it. It's okay. Yeah, I've definitely heard it. Yeah, yeah. Uh, it's been a minute, but I've definitely listened to all the Jim Morrison stuff. It's just been a long time. Like I haven't played it in like at least 10 years, maybe a little bit longer, like 15. Like I said, sorry to pry. How's the girlfriend? Uh, so Sandy, how's the girlfriend? Wonderful, I hope. I'm not gonna speak for her. She's great. Don't ask. Nothing but bad jokes there. But Irie, what kind of music do you like to rock? I like to rock. Rock is rock. But anyway, I'm very eclectic on my taste in music, but I lean towards all music. Right now, honestly, I'm listening to a lot of audiobooks. My goal, I have so many in line, and they're actually mostly lectures from the teaching company, uh, the Great Courses. That's what it's called. The Great Courses or something like that. Anyway, I have a bunch of those. I'm trying to get those. So I'm really trying to just listen to those. But musically, a lot of metal, some rap. Uh, yeah, I have some weird stuff. You name a genre, and there's probably like one or two bands I can name that I like out of them. But what I actually like listen to on a normal basis, I don't know, man. Like I said, I have been listening to a lot of music, especially this week. I was listening to a couple albums by Alice Cooper today for some reason. For some reason, I thought Alice Cooper, and then I wore the shirt because I remember going to this show. And it was a pretty good show. Alice Cooper and Marilyn Manson I saw at Red Rocks. Great show. And fuck, who else was there? It was a pretty good band. God, that up. But anyway, oh shit, I recently discovered Hawkwind. Hawkwind's great. I really like a couple of songs. When I got the little panda, I was listening to the song Zarozania, and I'm like, how about Zarozania? What is it? It'd be Ziggy and Zara. I'd call her Zara, but Zarozania is a Hawkwind song, and it was in my head. Anyway, yeah. So that was Cooper. I was listening to arguably my favorite album by him is Brutal Planet, and then the follow-up sequel to that album, which is Dragontown, but Dragontown kind of sucks comparatively. So it just, but dope album still. Brutal Planet was a brutal album, an aptly named album because it rocked balls. And I was listening to that while I was doing some dishes today. Alice Cooper's a big reason I got into music as a kid was my obsession with Alice Cooper. That's why and that's why so a lot of people are against like gimmicky or imagery and shit like with their music, but I'm like, I was obsessed with musically. I had videos of Alice Cooper, Trashes the World, and Goes to Hell. No, not Goes to Hell. Trashes the World, Welcome to My Nightmare. And watched those VHSs repetitively and became obsessed with Alice Cooper. And that helps, get me into eventually Insane Clown Posse, I think, rung a lot of same bells. In fact, Alice Cooper was on the intro to The Great Milenko on one of their albums. And that was literally the time that I was starting to merge interests. And I'm like, oh shit, that's like a bridge. And they both had so much in common. They're both from Detroit. They both did the face paint. They both had stage theatrics. They both were extreme in their genres, and that helped branch those things. But so I'm like, oh, and then of course naturally I'm like, I hadn't had any instruments. I didn't when my parents split. I didn't have any instruments for a long time, or no, I had like an electric guitar that was worth like $5,000 fucking. So I play it. You know what I mean? You keep it in a case and just you don't touch that thing. It's five. I knew that, and I didn't have an amp that worked. I was a broke little kid, so I didn't have anything to play. It wasn't until my mom got me a bass years later that I rekindled my. I'm like, that meant so much. I still have that bass, and I'd never get rid of it. And it's a good bass now. I got it playing some drop C tuning metal ass telephone wire, death clock, Brian Beller ass bass strings on that fucking bitch. And then once I got a instrument in my hand again, I started listening back into rock again. But there was a good time where, so I bridged from really wanting to be, like I said, I had that and rock videos, and those were what I really aspired to want to be, dude. That was it. Started seeing like ICP was the bridge, like I said, through their rock influences on their music, on their imagery, on their style of presentation, and kind of in your faceness. And that got me branching into other rap music. Other rap music got me thinking that that's something I can do, and also not just do in the sense of the rapping of it, but the music always. And I'm still always musically inclined to things. That's where my head goes a lot of the time. Is and then once I realized how close making beats and making music is, you're like, oh well, you can just transfer making beats, making music, and playing video games. I'm like, oh, it's like playing a video game, but you make music. I get this. I get it. Or I can get it, and I'm willing to get it, and I did. Or and I can still. Music has no end. It's always a journey. You just get to freeze frame certain points of the journey and dissect them as songs. That's all it really is. So, but like most of the festivals, like would really want to. I enjoy metal music more than any other music, and I enjoy the metal community for the most part. I have more fun with them than any other community. Usually, rap communities are more prone to fights than metal ones, in my opinion. I love the video game making music analogy. Very true. I've tried to tell that to people at my work. I'm like, dude, you are a wizard at a computer. You this kid I was just talking to, right? I I always and he's a young guy. He's like maybe I guess I'm 19, maybe 19. To me, that's young now. Uh, and yeah, that sounds right. 19, and he plays games all the time. And but anyway, I was asking him, do you play music of any kind? Oh shit, low knock, very mighty low knock. What's up, buddy? Talking about how I was telling this kid at my work. I was just having a conversation, but of course I'm asking him like, oh, do you make music or do you play anything? Play instruments? That's one of my first questions. And he said no. I'm like, oh, and then somehow I ended up kind of prying about it. He's like, well, I did play trumpet and violin, like in band. And I asked, I think I'm like, so no band, nothing. He's like, in band, I played trumpet and violin and another instrument. And so I'm like, so you can like read music? He's like, yeah, I can like read a song and play it. And I'm like, so you can play like multiple instruments. You understand music. You can read it. You know it. You fucking have learned it and did band for years. I'm like, oh yeah, and he's like, yeah. And all he does now is play video games on the computer. And he actually is really into music. He's always listening to it and singing and shit. And that's why I kind of asked. I'm like, well, I'm like, have you ever thought about making music? He's like, no, not really. I don't know. I'm like, dude, it's so easy to apply the musical knowledge that you already have, whatever basic, really. I know people who don't know how to read any music, don't know any music theory whatsoever, but they're so good at the computer that they'll pick up like Fruity Loops and they're like, okay, I can get this. And just start fucking around and they like instant something like they know how like they'll like unclick like hotkeys and shit that I won't know. And they're like, what does this do? I'm like, shit, I don't know. You're doing shit I don't know. And I played with this shit for years and years, but just the fact that you're more inclined to a computer, it clicks with them. I'm like, dude, you should take your knowledge that you've learned for years in band and apply it to something fun like that. It's kind of like taking a video game and bringing it to the real world for me. Like, hey, now it's here for me to enjoy at other times. Uh, I don't get reward points on shit, but also I guess this kid also makes like a shit ton of money. He told me that someone donated like $100 to him when he was playing video games. I'm like, oh, he's like, yeah, I was just playing video games at 3 o'clock, and this guy was like, sweet, thank you, and donated $100. He's like, that shit happens all the time. He's like, so that just paid for blah 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 for the next week. I'm like, oh, cool. So I guess he's set with playing video games, and I don't blame him. But I'm like, you should try it. Lonak, nothing much. Just got home from work, but about to smoke a bowl. I'm about to smoke a bowl and go to bed, actually. I'm going to drink vodka and orange juice, but no orange juice. So just vodka. Although orange juice and vodka is one of the only ways I can drink vodka. Vodka is not my favorite by any means, but screwdrivers, I just think I really like orange juice. It's like orange juice, a splash of any like really good juices like pineapple or something. A bunch of good shit like that would be. I'm just really thirsty. I only had the small glasses of good drink, and I haven't eaten. I got to go to bed already. So, low knock. I am absolutely glad you're here, though. I'm no good at shutting up, dude. When people are over, it's really nice to talk. And the cool thing is like, I don't know, having an interaction and knowing that the people are here to talk to you and not just smoke all your weed. No, I'm just joking. I don't have that problem much anymore at all, actually, for years and years. So I never really had that problem since I was like a kid, really. So, but damn moochers. No, like I said, I've never had that problem. But or it's been a long, long time. Growing pot when you're a kid sure doesn't fucking help, though. You will find a few. All right, everybody. I think that's it for me. I'm going to load the tiniest little hit, cash it out in one rip, grab the cat. He's going to say goodnight to you, and then we'll all cash a bowl together. Going to bed too. Be cool. You be cool, man. Irie. If I'm saying that right, I hope that's all right. Irie 110. Is it? Iridius? Iridius? Irie. Feeling Irie. But anyway, everybody have a great night. Stay safe. Sandy, stay safe. Here's a good casher for everybody. Because I feel like it. We're going to burn one. Good night, everybody. See, that's the key. Good night to everybody. I don't just wish well for you. I wish well for everybody you know, man. That's the key. Spread it wide, man. Spread your love wide. Don't ever say that out loud again. And yeah, it was good seeing you. Jesus, you as well. Here's to the beards. No, I'm just joking. Here's to everybody. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe. Avoid the craziness. I feel like I've been staying safe. Stay safe. since before I could even say it. But no, I've been saying it for a very long time now. It seems like it's a regular goodbye, and that's a shame. But here's to everybody. Take it easy. Blaze 1, Blaze 2. Do what you gotta do. Have a good night. Oh. Whoa. Oh yeah, I told you I had to tell the kitty to say goodnight. Oh, you gotta say goodnight to my best friend. My best friend. And what are they called? Animal guide? Spiritual animal. He's that guy. The king of the bleps with his little tongue. All right. From my cat to you, have a good night. That keeps me sane. Have a good night. All right. Bye.